1, what we're going to be doing is adding the operator inside of the Battle Pass as the first reward alongside its exclusive headgear and uniform that usually was in the Year Pass. Along with that, we're extending the period going from 1 week of early access to 2 weeks, and this 2 weeks period is going to be tied all of this at the same price for the Battle Pass. In Season 1, we'll be going into Argentina. The second half of the year, we'll be visiting Europe, so Croatia in Season 3, and then visiting Ireland in Season 4. Our newest operator will be from Dakota, which are indigenous people from that region. Also, along the year, we'll be shipping our usual map reworks. So in Season 1, we're going to be starting with Border. We want to make it even more competitive than it is today. Season 2, after the house rework that we done last year, we want to do another casual rework. What this means is that we're going to be going and heading into Favela. In Season 3, we're going to be trying something different. Instead of having one big map rework, we're going to be doing small reworks on multiple maps. And in Season 4, we're actually going to go back to Outback. As always, we're going to be having our seasonal event every season. Alongside, we're going to have arcade playlist, so small gameplay laboratory. We're going to be trying new things, so look out for those. During the year, we're also going to be bringing core gameplay features and content in the game. We really want to use the test server to iterate on those, and once it's ready, ship it on live.
The idea with the attacker epic is to allow to each attacker player to change his operator and his loadout as many times he wants during all the preparation phase. They will adapt their strategy according to the information they will gather. And for defenders, designing the information becomes more important. So, for example, they will have to chase drones or hide some of their operators. The preparation phase will be much more meaningful. Currently, defenders have a better win rate. So with these new tools for attackers, I think this will balance this. For attack side, you will have full access to your drones that were pre-placed in the map. You can control them and use their abilities. You can use Shock Dart of Twitch or the Laser of Zero. For defense side, it's pretty much the same behavior. You have also full access to your cameras, drones, and also their abilities. So that means the sonic bursts of Echo or the laser of the Maestro turret. Defenders can felt overwhelming by the attacker's drones, so we try to counterbalance that by reworking the bulletproof camera. So now the camera can rotate, and you can shoot an EMP dart that disable all attacker electronic in-world gadgets. So that means you can disable drones, but also air jabs, claymore, etc. So I think we should observe an increase in player activity, less downtime, and player will have more playtime and fun. We will try to add an early version in the test server around year 6 season 2. So we are rethinking how the test server is used. The goal is to add early version to get feedback as soon as possible, and then iterate on it. So player will have more playtime to be familiar with this huge change.
We are changing the speed armor system to a speed and health system. So no more reduction that you don't understand or you don't see. We will remove all the modifiers from the armor that you used to have. We're making sure that everything that was going under the hood is now exposed to the player. 2 armor and 3 armors will have more HP available to them, making you more confident to plant the diffuser, take some engagements and everything. This is the first step that we are taking to make sure that the speed and armor is more of a choice for you. We will introduce the Gonne 6, which is a hybrid between a weapon and a gadget. It will replace your secondary weapon, but it will shoot something that will destroy bulletproof gadgets. So it's a secondary weapon that is mostly aimed toward removing utilities. You will have one shot. It will travel straight, just like Ash launchers or Kali's lance. One of the things that this weapon does not have over secondary pistols, it doesn't bring you the speed movement modifier that you usually have with a pistol. If you bring this up in a firefight, you are most likely toast. So that's one of the balancing thing that is super interesting with the Gonne 6. It's you make a choice over reliability or removing utility. We can't talk about tackling the 20-second meta without talking about Goyo and how he's going to be reworked. First of all, we are removing the shield. There won't be any shield. It will be only the bulk and jerry can that you will have in your hands, you will be able to deploy it similar to an ADS, bulletproof camera. We are still working on the shape of the object, so we're still tackling this, but the shield is gone for sure. Melusi is one of the other worst offender for the 20-second meta. We are keeping the behavior mostly as it is, so you enter the range, it starts emitting sound and slow you down. But when it's become active, it will expose a weak point. You will be able to shoot it, destroy it. So we keep the mind game or the baiting game that we have with this gadget, but we're making sure that you don't feel helpless when facing this gadget. We are bringing a small nerf to Mira and Maestro. If you get close to an evil eye, you can melee it to remove the vision completely. Maestro himself will have to open the evil eye to see through, or to ping, or actually shoot with it. And the same can be applied to Mira's window. If you go on the black side and you melee it, you will remove section of vision for Mira on the other side. We have Fuse that will receive some changes along the way. We want to make sure that the gadget is more useful all the time. We also have Finka that will receive some changes to her nano boost. She will be able to use them once she's down herself, so she will be able to raise herself back, similar to what we have with Doc.
Starting later this year, our elites are going to be customizable. What this means is that you will be able to use the uniform from an elite alongside with the headgear from an event, for example. You can have a Tachenka uniform alongside with his headgear from Rainbow is Magic. What this means is that the gadget is going to be a skin, eventually the operator card also. All of this are going to be different customization options that we'll be bringing for the players. We can use the victory dance of the elite with any type of customization that you have. So you can use the full event skin that you want, but have the victory dance from the elite. So we can't wait to see the players' expression on using this.
We've extended Bathroom and Tellers on 2 objectives. They're just a little bit bigger now, so it actually aids in the movement for the players. We made Bathroom a little bit bigger, and there's a breakable wall that goes towards Tellers now, next to the window. We also moved the hatch around. You could always get pinched in Tellers or Bathroom, so adding the hatch or moving the hatch in Bathroom and changing around some of the walls and extending them, so moving the Bathroom more into Tellers and moving that window across a little bit, really changes the flow of that area. We also changed Armory Archives. So the room shape has changed a little bit and it's got extended. The covers got cleaned up an awful lot, but we've actually extended it just to make it breathe an awful lot more. So we did touch customs and stock as well, less destructible walls, so it's better to defend. It's not easier to defend, it's better to defend, and there's a few more covers, and the covers have been tweaked. Because customs and stock, I think it was one of the sites that people didn't like as much as the other sites in the map, so we went through and did some very strategic changes. Along with that, Vents and Workshop hasn't changed at all. There was a lack of rotation internally on the map, so we added a balcony across towards east stairs towards break room. You know, you go from security into break across this great big walkway now that takes you out to east stairs. And it's not a massive change, but adding little things like that really does aid the navigation and the rotation. Cleaning up clutter across the map as well also is a huge improvement, because, you know, you learn over time there's lots of props and lots of things just all over the place. So cleaning those out at the same time was a massive improvement. We added a exterior balcony, so rather than rappel, you can actually just go up towards archives from exterior now. It actually aids in getting to the building a little bit quicker. Small tweaks make a huge, huge difference. You know, we playtest the maps and we have playtests with pro players. You give a map to 60+ million players, they're going to find things that we haven't thought of, and they're going to play it a different way, or they're going to find exploits that we didn't find. And that's a great thing, which is why we have the test server. So these issues can come out and we can fix them, because we are very reactive. When a map is released and goes onto the test server, we can be very reactive and we can fix them very, very quickly, which is why R6 Fix. And I implore you all, if you find issues, please screenshot it, please take a video, and please put it on R6 Fix. It is a valuable resource for us and for the community.
4 eliminated. It's a red-letter day for Rainbow Six Siege as Crimson Heist is coming to kick off Year 6 in style. I mean, just look at those glasses. Fire. The man behind them is Flores, the new attacker from Argentina who deploys zippy little drones that pack a big punch. But he's not the only one bringing the boom. Some attackers will get an explosive implement of their own with a new secondary weapon option, the Gonne 6. Crimson Heist will also deliver a new rework for the border map and launch the beta of Match Replay on PC. So you'll have a new way to analyze your opponents or show off your 200 IQ plays. It's a new year and Team Rainbow has a lot in store. So take a second to subscribe to this channel and let's take a deeper look at Crimson Heist. Flores is a new medium speed, medium armor operator, and he's finally created the DIY device that every attacker dreams of. He put a bomb on a drone. His RCE Ratero gadget can clear out pesky defender obstacles like barricades and shields and barbed wires and what have you. And it can also target gadgets like Bandit's batteries or Maestro's evil eyes to minimize meddling from the defending team. Plus, it's very dangerous for anyone caught in its blast radius, though the explosive timer is long enough for savvy defenders to get clear. Here's how it works. Once Flores deploys a Ratero device, its wheels start spinning, and it moves ahead non-stop until it is destroyed or its explosive is triggered. It can be steered, it can jump, and it can go anywhere a normal attacker drone can go, but it can't reverse or slow down. While moving, the Ratero is vulnerable to being destroyed by enemy bullets, electricity, lasers, and Mozzie's pests, or to being stopped by Mute's jammers. So, players will have to be wary to ensure the Ratero reaches its target. However, once the explosive is triggered, either manually or automatically when the countdown timer reaches 0, it's the defenders that will have to watch out. Engaging the explosive causes the Ratero to anchor. It immediately stops moving, armors itself, and becomes bulletproof. Then, after a short fuse timer, boom. The Ratero's explosion can take a lot of defender utility off the board, and the anchoring feature gives savvy Flores players some extra flexibility. When the Ratero anchors, it sticks to any surface it's touching, and if the Ratero is mid-air, it'll stick to the next surface it touches, including walls, deployable shields, and some enemy gadgets. And though it has no effect on reinforced surfaces, it can open up an unreinforced hatch, or create a big old breach in a destructible wall to give Flores a new route to push with his AR-33 assault rifle, his SR-25 marksman rifle, or his GSH-18 sidearm. His set of explosive Ratero drones, along with the stun grenades or Claymore in his secondary gadget slot, give Flores a lot of reach and potential to make an impact. Whether he's clearing the way for his teammates, denying diffuser access in a post-plant situation, or simply out for blood, Flores brings style and substance to any attacking team. If you're looking to boost your explosive capabilities beyond a Flores pick, then Crimson Heist has just the thing, the Gonne 6. It's a new secondary weapon option for some attackers that comes loaded with a single explosive round to help you clear out all sorts of bulletproof gadgets. You may only have one shot, but sometimes all it takes is one round to change a round. Speaking of rounds, the ones you've been seeing here have all played out on the new border map rework. Crimson Heist is coming soon to Rainbow Six Siege, bringing the Gonne 6 and border map rework free to all players at launch. The new attacker, Flores, will be available at launch through the Crimson Heist Battle Pass as the first unlock of the premium track, and will be available 2 weeks later for purchase with Renown or R6 Credits. To keep up with the big changes and exciting new additions coming in Year 6 of Rainbow Six Siege, subscribe to this channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.
Yes! He's gonna push either you or pull back. Suppressive. Nice, good job.
Top 4 eliminated. To lethal, we added this delay, so as soon as you end the trajectory, you anchor, and you have this 3 seconds timer that starts ticking down. Like deployable shield, the Melusi, the Maestro's turret, barbed wire. Second rule is to make anchors move out of position. Like, there's a lot of very strong defender position in the game. It will be able to accurately place this device under the feet of a defender, and at that point the defender has to move. I think specifically of electrified barbed wire, and you might need someone else to deal with the battery so that you can access the site. Or you're gonna have to use one of your own devices to get rid of the entire barbed wire. The other operator is gonna work quite well with are the breachers. Using the retro in combination with a breacher is gonna be great, specifically against bandits. And once it detonates, it's gonna remove the battery, if there is any. And it's going to also, because the explosion is fairly huge, force bandits out of that position, which means that by the time he comes back to the wall to trick, the wall might already be open. However, contrary to Thatcher, he has to get his device in the objective zone, which means that if bandit himself or another defender is watching, they can destroy it before you get into location. So the two main counters, like mechanical one-to-one counters, I would say are Mute and Mudzy. Mute is going to just stop the device where it is, with the caveat that if you do destroy the Mute, then the Ratero is going to detonate eventually. The radius of the Mute jammer is bigger than the radius of the explosion. And the other one is Mudzy. So Mudzy is simply going to jump on it and overload the device and destroy it. So both Mudzy and the Ratero are going to be destroyed in this instance. So no explosion. Mudzy won't take control of the Ratero because it's a timed device. It's not like a permanent device. It's a very loud, very big, very obvious device. And as a defender, it's going to be easy to shoot it. The main counter, if you are a Maestro or Bandit, is to have a friend of yours watching for the drone walls and shooting the device before it gets to you.
Johnny, can I careful?
Flores comes equipped, as far as loadout goes, with the AR-33, which is from Thatcher, and the SR-25, which is the DMR of Blackbeard. We obviously do not have a shield on that DMR, but for the sidearm, he has just the GSH-18, so the sidearm of Fuse, for example. And for the secondary gadgets, one of the first options we wanted to give him was a Claymore, because when you use the Ratero device, you are obviously very vulnerable. And having a Claymore to cover at least one avenue of flanking on your location felt like it was a very natural fit for Flores. And as a secondary option, if you want to dive more into the chaos potential of the operator, we bring flashbangs. Combining your own Ratero and flashing to enter, this can create a lot of movements.
From Season 1, we're going to have an elite skin on Jill Valentine for Zofia, but it's not all. In Season 2, we're also going to have another elite skin from the Resident Evil franchise. So we also wanted to try something that we haven't done before and something unique.